Pamir, can you compare Arab market and the EU market in terms of the fragmentation? Because EU is an economic union, but it's also fragmented because of the linguistic barriers, and the Arab world doesn't have that union, but it's one language. So how does it compare?
I mean, I think you've summarized. There are pros and cons. EU has a customs union, so you can ship products very comfortably across borders. So if we're talking about e-commerce in the EU, even though you have a customs union, the reality is there are very few companies that manage to build a pan-European e-commerce business. Mm-hmm. In fact, I can't even think of any. Why? Because each country has a different customer service setup. Each country has a different payment card setup. Each country needs customized online marketing. So it's really difficult for e-commerce operators to operate in a seamless way across the EU. Mm-hmm. In fact, many companies tried and failed. And this, in fact, killed many companies who thought they could do that. In the MENA region, obviously there's no customs union, and shifting products is quite challenging, or at least it's very expensive. Whereas in, for example, in e-commerce right now in MENA, I don't think I'm sharing any secrets here. The average shipping cost with some of the local shipping vendors can approach $20 per shipment. Whereas in a place like Turkey, you're looking at $2-3 per shipment. Mm-hmm. Anywhere in the country, from Istanbul all the way to the Iraq border, the Iranian border. So at those type of prices, it's very hard to build an e-commerce business that's profitable. On the digital media side, which, by the way, I don't know as well because we haven't made any digital media investment in the Arab region, and I think my fellow panelists probably are better suited to talk about that. It's obviously, you can do something that's pan-Arab. I mean, you see it with the TV channels and so on and so forth. So that's a lot more attractive.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. For Egypt, I would like just to highlight 2 points. For digital media, yeah, we have like two or three of the biggest digital media companies in the Arab region. Actually, one of the companies, which is Sarmadi, it got acquired by Vodafone in 2010. So now it's like a digital arm of Vodafone Egypt. The second point is mainly like the startup community, like from the point of like how the startup seen the fragmentation, how they can move to like other markets in the Arab region. In Egypt, we have like more than 2,000 computer engineering and science graduates each year. And we have like many entrepreneurs, we have very good startups, but it's really difficult for them to relocate or like open offices in like the GCC countries, because to open a company there, you should be like owned by 50%, mm-hmm. more than 50% Saudi or Emirati or Qatari, which is a really big challenge for like Egyptian companies or Jordanian companies to easily move or open in the GCC market. This is one of actually the problems why fragmentation is caused in the MENA region.